okay? This will not be on your test this time around, but you are taking 4 exams this semester, and this will be on the last 3 exams, okay? So I don't think it's really fair to throw something at you on the test that we just learned 2 classes ago. That's why it's not on this test, but you will see it again. Okay, so let's learn it now because we got to learn it eventually. So here's the deal. When I look at this equation, can you think of an easy way I can multiply this -3 to turn it into a +8 so it'll cancel with this? Does -3 multiply to give you a +8 without decimals or fractions? I'd say no. Oh, well then maybe the y's will work. Can you think of an easy way to turn this +3 into a -7? I can't think of that for either one. So does that mean we just can't do elimination? The answer is no. What we're going to do in this case is we're going to actually multiply both equations by something, but we're going to multiply them by 2 different numbers. It turns out you can eliminate x or y anytime. It's just you might have to multiply both equations. So I want you guys just focusing on the x's for me right now. I got a -8x and a -3x. Can anybody think of a number that I can get when I multiply 8 times something and I can also get when I multiply 3 times something? What do 8 and 3 both go into? Or give me a number that is a multiple of both 3 and 8. So 16 came to my mind, but then I was like, I can multiply 8 times 2 to get 16, but I can't multiply 3 by something to get 16. And then I thought of 18. I was like, 3 times 6 is 18, but 8 times, no, that doesn't work. And then I thought of 24. Both of them multiply to give 24, don't they? What would you multiply an 8 by to get 24? So let's multiply this top equation by 3. That's going to give me a -24x. And what do I want to multiply this bottom one by? Why -8 instead of +8? Yeah, so we want this. We want one of them to be positive and one to be negative. Would you agree we're going to get a -24 on the top and a +24 on the bottom? Please stop. Thanks. So let's go ahead and write down our new equation. So we're going to have 2 new equations, and we got to do work for both of them this time. -24x, 3 times 3 is 9y, 3 times -10 is -30. And then we're multiplying by -8 here. That's going to give me a +24x, a -56y, and a -64. A lot of times these numbers or these problems end up with some bigger numbers, but that's okay. And now we should be able to eliminate. Are the x's going to eliminate? Were we successful? We were successful. So we're going to add these 2 things up. Are you writing this down? Yeah? Good. Thank you. The x's eliminate. +9 and -56 is -47, I think. Can someone check that in a calculator, please? It is? Okay. And this is -94. And that's got some bigger numbers and some negatives, but it should be just one quick step to solve. We're going to divide on both sides by -47. And that'll get us y equals 2. So this is spicy elimination. Takes a little bit more work because we've got to find a number that we can multiply both equations by. Now, are we done on this one? No, we got to go back to one of the original equations and solve it for x. You guys like the top one or the bottom one? Bottom has less negative numbers. I'm going to go with the bottom. So the bottom one is -3. Do I have, is that a, no, that's a y. So -3x plus 7. So I'm leaving the y out because I know what y is. Y is 2. So we'll stick a 2 where the y was. And then we've got what we need to solve this plus u. think x ends up being 2 also, huh? Well, there we go. 2, 2 for our final answer. So I don't want you to, well, I would love for you to finish up the second one completely, but could I get you guys to do one part of it for me at least? We eliminated the x's the last time around. I would love for you to figure out what could I multiply these two equations by to eliminate the y's in this second equation. See if you can get me a couple of numbers that I could multiply these equations by so that the y's are going to cancel out for this second one. We'll just write our second set of equations, and then we'll stop there. If you want to go on and solve it the rest of the way, you can, but you won't have to. When you're looking at this negative 2y and this 3y, what do you think you can turn both a negative 2 and a 3 into? You thinking about making some 6y's? We want one of them to be negative and one of them to be positive. Should we just go ahead and leave the top one negative and make the bottom one positive? That would be the easiest way, right? So what are you going to multiply this top one by so we have a negative 6y there? We could do a 3 here. Put a 3 out in front of that top one. What are you going to multiply this bottom one by so we end up with a positive 6y? Again, 2. So write down what our new two equations are, and then we'll just go ahead and stop there because I know you guys know what to do from there. All right, again, this is not going to be on this exam, but it will be on exams 2, 3, and 4 this semester. And we'll practice it. You guys will have these elimination problems in your assignments even after this exam because it's going to keep showing up on our exams. So we need to keep it sharp. All right, we are done with our packet. You are going to be turning your packet in on Friday during the test. You are